Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie and this channel is chronicling my journey to get a diagnosis as to what is wrong with me and then hopefully the treatment and recovery from whatever it is. So today I thought I would talk about pulse oxes and just go through the different types that I have and what they're capable of doing, what kind of data they collect. So this is my basic one. It just reads oxygen and heart rate. This would be something you could find at Walmart or Target or any place like that. It's just very basic. This one is from WellU, which I know a lot of people might be familiar with. It is Bluetooth enabled, so it can connect to my phone. And it does provide a graph as well as like average heart rate, average oxygen, lowest oxygen, time spent under 90% oxygen. So it provides a lot of really nice data at the end of the time period you're using it for. One of my main issues is that inside is so smooth. It's just this hard plastic that it's really easy for my finger to come out of. So it wouldn't be good for motion or anything like that. This one is also from WellU. It's their ring pulse ox. And again, similar to the other one, it will give you a graph. It will give you your average oxygen, heart rate. It does not tell you your lowest oxygen, so you will have to sort of enlarge and sort of go through the graph to find out what that is if that's something you're interested in. And for me, the biggest problem is it just doesn't stay on my finger. It's really floppy, and I do have really small hands, so it does move around a lot. Again, this is not great if you're moving around. This one is from Oximeters. It plugs into my phone, and because on the inside it has sort of rubber, it stays in place really, really well. It gives all sorts of information, not when you're looking on the phone itself. On the phone itself, you'll have pulse ox, heart rate, PI, which is perfusion index, which is a measure of how accurate the pulse ox is, as well as the graph of the PI to sort of give you an idea of how well your blood flow is moving. One of the problems with pulse oxes is if your hands are really cold, or if you have something like Raynaud's or nail polish or anything like that, it can be hard to pick up your pulse in your finger. So Oximeters brand is specifically made for low perfusion states. So it will read in those with Raynaud's or during activity or anything like that. So this is my preferred one. It will also give you a graph. You can export the data to a spreadsheet, and it will give you a breakdown of every 2 seconds what your heart rate was, what your pulse ox was, what the perfusion index was, and then you can kind of see how accurate it was at that time and whatnot. It does not export the graph. You would have to either make that yourself from the spreadsheet, or you can just take a screenshot with your phone, which is what I normally do. So when I show doctors data, I normally will show them a graph from Oximeters. That's my preferred one that I use. This one I just have at the top of my stairs in my computer room, which is where I spend most of my time. So when I come up the stairs, if I'm more short of breath or I'm having the chest tightness, I'll just stick my finger in here to get a reading. This one is in my gym bag. Just for similar purposes. If I'm really out of breath at the gym, I can just get a quick reading. This one I don't really use that much. Like I said, my hands are really small, so that might be part of my issue, but it just, it just moves around too much for me to really trust it a lot. I will say, if I had to do it all over again, I might have just gone with this. But even with this, the doctors will still say, oh, your oxygen dropped too fast, it's not accurate. And I'll be like, well, I have this pulse perfusion index data and it's saying that it's accurate. And they'll be like, well, I don't believe it. It's too quick, it recovers too quick, it doesn't look accurate to me. So I still have trouble getting doctors to believe data even if it's supposed to be accurate data. And I've had the same trouble when I'm in the hospital with the pulse ox, that's like the tape that goes around your finger. If my oxygen does something funky, they'll just say, oh, it's not accurate, put a different one on. But yeah, I just wanted to come on real quick and share the different types of pulse oxes I have and the situations where I use them. If I had a choice, I would want this one, only not to be connected to the phone. So I wish it was Bluetooth and just the finger, because it doesn't really come off that easily. But it is a pain having it to be connected to the phone. So there are certain activities and whatnot, if you're moving around a lot, it will just come off if you're trying to grab onto something. But that would definitely be my choice. I don't think they sell it anymore. I've recommended it to people, and when I go on the site, it's still there, but I don't see a way to buy it. But that's going to be it for today, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!